Hello and welcome to Happy Foot, Sad Foot. I'm Travis Helwig.
I'm Darren Miller.
And I have a question for you, Darren, on this 9:49 on a Wednesday night. Are we back?
Yeah, I think we're back.
in
As the
a
broadcast
week.
team said.
Whoa.
I think we are back.
I was like, Darren, your audio is really fucked up. Look, it's a weird one where we just feel good, right? I have no
That's happened,
negative.
twice this season?
All right, here's how I feel about this game. We just tied the best team in the league in their away from home. Mm-hmm. And now we come here and we beat a team that beat us 5-2. We should have beaten them 7-0. Or maybe 7-2 if you want to count some of those corner kicks. But I'm feeling too good. We were high flying. We were fun. We haven't played like that. This was our most complete performance of the season. I don't know. How do you feel, Darren?
Yeah, 100%. I'm glad we put the new starters in.
It does feel like watching them as the front line, so much fun. And then when Martinez and Ordaz came in, it was like, oh, your defense is tired. We're going to bring on 2 children and they're going to run really, really fast.
And they're going to destroy you psychologically. Yeah. I mean, we've always loved them coming in off the bench. And I think we were also open to them starting. And it's been up and down. There's definitely been ups, but not as consistent. I think this starting front three, and of course, this was technically a rotated squad, but this starting front three, to me, it felt like more adults. There was more composure involved, and they were like putting more effort into working as a team to figure stuff out, to figure out ideas, to create chances. And it was slow at first. I think they were a little sloppy and kind of like gave up on some ideas in the first, few minutes of the game. And they did actually, like, you could see them improve as a group as the game went on, and they only got better and better. And by, halfway through the first half, they were making really smart choices. They were really making like really smart passes, putting actual chemistry together in the final third. It was really fun to watch.
It just felt like a team. It felt like the team that we were at the height of 2022, right? We were fun to play. I mean, this was, in your words, Darren, Yolo Dolo. This is not the Dolo that people learn to hate. This is the Dolo that we remember from our first season.
You call it Dark Dolo. I don't think we should give up on that. I like that too.
I think Yolo Dolo is a better term, and you shouldn't give yourself, you shouldn't poo-poo your own saying. And other happy foot, not only did we get an answer to Flipgate today, thanks to Max Bretos, our friend, we then saw the flip, which I will say, because of the listeners of this podcast, Denny Bawanga flipped tonight. And so all of you are my happy foot tonight.
That was my first happy foot. I was going to say Max Bretos coming in the clutch. What a guy.
Yeah.
I think finally we brought the senior investigator in who's been on the squad, who's had the experience, and he finally closed the case.
Is my camera reversed? It looks different to me than it normally is.
You might be mirrored. I don't know. What does it say on your shirt?
Oh, no, yeah,
it's good for me. It's mirrored for you, but we still see the normal thing.
You do? It's spelled.
It says Los Angeles, which is the
city. We've had so many problems with my camera. I've just been fucking with all the settings, and so clearly I did something wrong.
You're pulling a me.
We have no Vince tonight, so like the expert analysis is gone, but I'm just feeling good. I mean, we have tons of super chats. We have like 1,000 people waiting to call in. Don't forget to call. And I do want to say we were saving it for a good moment. Folks, we have new merch available over at happyfootsadfootpod.com.
New merch available.
And I have to say
live now. Stop watching the show and buy merch.
We have, and it's been so good so far. So you have to buy the merch. There's a brand new scarf available to Patreon subscribers only. And that scarf is limited to 35 pieces. And we have many more Patreons than that. So if you want a scarf and you're a patron, make sure you look. Where'd you put the link to that, Darren?
There's it's in the pinned post on the Patreon that explains all the member benefits. I put an update at the top of it.
There's also a piece of merch in there that Darren actively doesn't want you to buy, so make sure you go check that one out.
Yeah, on second thought, actually don't stop watching the show and maybe don't buy any merch at all. I'm willing to sacrifice all merch purchases in order for that one piece of merch to not be bought.
You know who I want to talk about? Frankie Amaya. Frankie Amaya has been on the team for 6 hours now, and I think maybe earned a starting midfield slot tonight. Just like solid start to finish, beautiful on the ball. Him and Igor Jesus worked great together. Yeah. I would love to see him, Igor Jesus, and Delgado together. I think Jesus had one of his best games. That pass was incredible. It just was
almost left the game.
The midfield looked fantastic tonight, and I think Frankie Amaya was a big part of it. So Frankie Amaya, his debut as a starter, I hope that's not his last starting spot for us. He is, I don't know. I would love to see Delgado, him, and Igor Jesus and see what that looks like. Because Tillman had some great plays tonight, but Tillman is, I would say, our most inconsistent starter at the moment. How did you feel, Darren?
I think he feels solid and shaky at the same time. Sometimes it's very strange. Like, he gets the ball when you don't expect him to get the ball. He gets the ball into spaces that you don't expect him to get into, and it's good. Am I echoing?
No.
Oh, I thought you were reacting like, what's going on with his voice? He gets the ball into spaces that you don't expect him to get him, and you're like, oh, wow, this is great. And then he's like really slow with the ball, and you're like, what exactly is going on here?
Yeah. I mean, he had 2 turnovers early that almost cost us the lead right away. I just feel like, I don't want to spend too much time on Tillman because we had such a good game, but it really felt like one of the few moments. I think Tillman's hot and cold, and then our corner kick defending. And outside of that, I thought we were fantastic tonight. I don't really have any other stat feed.
Travis, I'm glad you brought up Frankie Amaya, because I do have a question for you. Frankie Amaya, is it bigger than Ricky Puig?
Oh, shit. A live version? I didn't know this was coming.
It's time to play, Travis. It could come at any moment.
Oh, God. Frankie Amaya is not bigger than Ricky Puig.
Unfortunately, you are correct.
Yeah.
But he's by 1 centimeter, man. Actually. 168 centimeters tall. Frankie Amaya. But his game is bigger. His game is bigger. And his ceiling is bigger.
Under. I mean, I want Under as a starter. I like this front line. I think should be our starting front line from now on. And I think Ordaz and Martinez off the bench is a really funny group of super subs. Like, what are you going to do as tired defenders when those two come on?
And frankly, it was fun that they threw Giroud on. I know it was garbage time, but like, he does also give you a third other look. Not to score goals. It should be to score goals, but like the one thing that he will do consistently well is extend plays, put like cheeky little passes together that no one thought were possible. It gets a strong presence in that one area of the field that could be an interesting look. Still leaves a ton to be desired for someone that you put up at front. But if like the game's not on the line, although of course they should put him in when the game is on the line on Sunday, so that he can score the game-winning goal and I can win my bet. But
Vince is on par right now to win, and I think we let Vince off the hook a little bit with that bet, and I didn't think about it at the moment. Vince's bet was only current and past LAFC players will score, and both the Galaxy and Seattle have starting former LAFC strikers. Christian Hernandez.
Galaxy?
Is the starter for the Galaxy and has scored a lot of goals for them. We fully let him off the hook. So now if that's who scores for them, we're fucked.
Well, I mean, we let him off the hook even more that I don't know that anyone's going to score for the Galaxy. I don't know. It's El Tráfico. I'll slow down, but I don't know. Well, I've got a ton of happy foots and sad foots. I got a
Let's
ton
go through
in
them.
my notes. We've got callers. It's an overwhelming post game, Travis.
Why don't you do a couple of happy feet and then let's get to super chats and then some callers.
Great. I think I can sum a few up by saying that there was a great combination of players playing well that were like the heroes we take for granted. Palencia, Lloris, quiet, great games as always. And then on the other side of that, the people that maybe were unexpected that were newcomers. Like you said, Amaya Smolyakov was had some really fancy footwork, was making way smarter choices than the last time we saw him. There were a couple guys left over from the last time we rotated against Seattle that felt like they were there to really prove that they deserved to get some more playing time. So I forget who it was in the Discord posted the rotated squad we played against them last time, and it was really interesting because it was so different. But I don't know how far we are into the season, a quarter and change, and we are finding some genuine depth.
I was going to say, we sort of made a joke about it on the preview that we don't have depth. We have depth on paper, but in practice we have none. And then we got a goal from Yaboa. And so
honestly, I don't know if I'm okay with that. That was disrespectful and unsportsmanlike for us to have Yaboa score at the end like that. That's really twisting the knife and maybe not cool. Yeah.
It was very... It did seem like he was like, I'm going to score because I don't know the next time I'll get to play. And the ball's at my feet in the box. I'm going to make sure I fucking score. This is the only time I get to touch the ball probably in a month.
And it worked.
It worked.
Yolo Boa. Yeah. Yolo Dolo and Yolo Boa.
I couldn't believe we got a Yaboa goal. Truly, I was hoping for a Giroud goal, but we got...
I know.
Yaboa has the same number of goals.
I hate to say it, but Giroud had one chance that was exactly the kind of goal that he was advertised to be the guy who scores. You put the cross in right in front of the net and he will find a way to score, and he was too slow. And I was just okay, fine.
I do want to say we do have Dolo in and Dolo out reversible bucket hats in the merch store. So during the game,
true. I can't believe he commented that.
I found the one,
he saw it. He saw it. Okay.
I found the one item that is reversible that we're able to make, and it is a bucket hat. And so if you want to wear a bucket hat that when you're mad, it says Dolo out, and then you can flip it around. And when you're happy, it says Dolo in. It's available.
It's there. We also thought about making that the front and back of a t-shirt, but this is way better.
I thought it was so funny that the only reversible item in the shop is a bucket hat.
That's a good crossover. The people who are into bucket hats are kind of a lot of crossover, I think, with people who are into reversible clothing.
All right, let's get to some super chats because we do have 45 callers and it's already 11 at night.
Please hang on tight, guys. We definitely want to hang.
The first one is from Vaughn Amirian. Vaughn, thank you so much. Frenchman Flip, also Lobbing Scorchers. If you're listening, can you relegate Rothrock to your second team? He was both annoyed and extra annoying tonight. I did write in my notes, I hate Paul Rothrock. I really do hate Paul Rothrock. He was annoying, and I do think Sergi Palencia has replaced Giorgio Chiellini as our resident shithouser. He's just really good at it, and Rothrock couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I got to give props to the broadcast, which a really evolved move, I thought, to show him saying "fuck off," "fuck you," and then show it again on the replay. I feel like whenever that happens on a broadcast, they get really prude and they're like, "Oh no, he swore. We can't possibly show the replay now." But I like seeing it twice.
Oh, I also want to say David Martinez's goal there in Happy Foot. If it's cool, it counts. And that was cool.
100%. That's
in my notes classic, as well. A classic. If it's cool, it counts.
I can't believe Vince isn't here for that. It's his rule.
Thank you so much, Vaughn. Another super chat from Vaughn Amirian. Thank you so much. Which Juke than goal was better, Abobasi or Yeboah? I think Abobasi's was prettier, but Yeboah's was more of a delight to me.
That's a good way of putting it.
Like a nice surprise that we got to see from Yaya Boa, a man who I've never doubted. I never doubted Yaya Boa.
We got one more merch item pending, folks. I never doubted Yaya Boa.
People already pointed out that we don't have Are We Back merch, so that's coming sometime this week. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll do that.
LAFC is life. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hashtag Dolo is back. This felt like 2022. What did we say? It felt like 2022. Dolo in, baby. Put that bucket hat inside out.
Turn that bucket hat inside out. Travis, you designed that. Do you know which one is which? Is Dolo inside?
When I tell you it is the most poorly designed piece of merch we've ever released. It is literally a white bucket hat with black text. It doesn't stop it from being funny, but it's hard to use this merch website sometimes. And I was just like, this is what it is, man. It's at least in the LAFC font. LAFC is life. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's get to some callers. People have been waiting for a long time.
Let's do it. Oh my goodness. LAFC Luke. I'm just going in order of how they're showing up on my screen. I don't know who showed up first. I'm sorry to anybody who's been waiting and hates us. LAFC Luke. Welcome back to the show. It's been a bit.
We're back, baby. We're back.
Whoa, we're back, Luke. Any happy feet or sad feet?
Look. I just gotta say, before this week started, I was like, this is gonna be a big week for us because going up to Vancouver, who, by the way, didn't play tonight, so they were able to put it all out on the line on Sunday when we were having to think about saving some legs for tonight, and then hosting Seattle, who kicked our ass when we were up there a couple months ago, and then we all know what's happening on Sunday. So, two out of three so far. I know we're bummed about not getting that win on Sunday, but honestly, on the whole, not a terrible result.
I agree with you though. If we end up with a win in Carson, this week was a transformative week for the season.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Also, do you mind turning down your radio just a little bit, which is something I've always wanted to say?
So look, my happy foot. I gotta say Igor Jesus. I especially liked when he basically leapt on top of one of the other players and took him down. I was like, all right, man, all right, I'm loving this. So
he rode him like a cowboy.
And you calling out Frankie Amaya 100%. Frankie was, that dude was everywhere, and he's little, as you pointed out. I was like, oh, he's short. He's a short.
He is little. I'm glad you brought up that he was everywhere. This was the first time I saw the heat map graphic and actually found it interesting and useful. They showed his heat map graphic, and it was literally the entire field, huge circles everywhere. I was like, oh my God.
I don't have any sad feet, but I got to point something out, which I don't know if it was obvious in the broadcast, but there was a moment when Martinez was in and he tried to play it ahead to Bouanga, and it went too far out in front of him, and it went across the end line, and Bouanga turned around and looked at David, and he kind of did a little hey, do it this way. And 4 minutes later or 5 minutes later, whatever it was, David fed him that great pass that led to his goal, and they were clicking, and David and Denis and Nate, the three of them, I was like, I want to see more of this. That was freaking beautiful.
100%. And I want to say they didn't make that specific connection on the broadcast, but they did show Bouanga and Martinez talking to each other after that bad pass. And Martinez looked really down, and Bouanga was like, no, it's fine. And gave him the thumbs up. And then you're right. Just a few minutes later.
Did you catch what happened after the flip?
No.
David Martinez, Danny Bouanga choreographed dance.
No.
Yes. 100%.
Amazing.
No.
All right. That's all I got, gents. It's a
all right.
Wednesday
Thanks,
night.
Luke. All right. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Now,
they were thick as thieves.
I just want to say our next caller is going to bring the energy down. We're having fun tonight. We're having a really good time. And he's next in line. We can't do anything about it. Please welcome to the show, I guess, the heel of the foot, Geoff Tock. Yeah. Welcome to the show, Geoff Tock.
Oh, hey, Jeff.
How you guys doing? Hey, so pop quiz, fellas. What is the iconic line from Humphrey Bogart's film noir classic Casablanca?
Do you have any happy feet or sad feet from the match tonight, Jeff?
Any happy
Answer
feet
the
or sad
question,
feet?
Darren. Answer the question.
Here's
It's a
looking
fit.
at you, kid.
Are you? That's the dumbest thing you've ever said in your life. No, it's play it again, Sam. Right?
You talking to me? You talking to me?
What a bunch of yes-anders. It's a shock that you guys never fucking put up on YouTube TV. Anyways, my point is...
We would with anyone else, Jeff.
You remember play it again, Sam, right? That's not what he says in the movie. He says play it, Sam. My point is David Martinez scored that goal. Doesn't matter what the truth is. David Martinez scored it. I'm never going to hear anybody say he didn't. That was the best, my favorite goal I've ever seen. It's our two young kids fucking working together, even though they're rivals. Doesn't have the fucking shoe on. It's amazing. Talking all this shit. It was beautiful. It was genuinely beautiful. We talk about how sports are moments. That's the moment, man. That was a goal. Nobody can tell me different. It's beautiful.
If it's cool, it counts, baby.
If it's cool, it counts.
So any happy feet or sad feet from the match?
Darren, what do you think about saying happy birthday to each other? What's your take on the whole birthday?
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you,
We
Jeff.
have a lot of callers to get to.
Happy big birthday to Geoff Tock.
Everyone in the chat wish Geoff Tock a happy big birthday. Thank you so much, Geoff Tock. Happy big birthday.
It's not his birthday. We heard he just loves getting that greeting so much. Give it to him anytime you see him. Should we keep callers moving?
Yeah, we got a lot to get to, and I just want to apologize to everyone for that caller. We know he's really triggering for a lot of people.
We hope he gets the help he needs.
Yes, and I really do. We feel like we owe him, so we put him on. But thank you, everyone, for being so kind. I know we have that group text where we talk about him, so thank you. All right, let's get to the next caller. Nick, you're up next. Nick, whoa, where are you coming from, Nick?
Hey, I'm here in Downey, California. What's up, guys?
What's going on? Welcome to the show.
Any happy feet or sad feet, Nick?
Yeah, like you guys said, Amaya killed it. Another SoCal guy, I like seeing him and Ordaz out there representing the locals. Yeah, that freaking Ordaz shoeless goal was probably the funnest moment of the year for me so far. Really bummed that I got called back, but I'm just gonna pretend that it was a goal for my life, But
it's a goal on this podcast.
If it's cool, it's a goal. So
yeah. Any other happy feet or sad feet, Nick?
I thought I had one, but can't remember offhand. But yeah, just happy to be back. Dolo in, like you guys know, everyone's gonna be freaking crying like babies when we get some crappy new coach. So
I can't wait for people to forget this game happened if Sunday doesn't go our way.
Yeah, of course. And if it keeps going our way, then his blood is on your hands. Dolo out, people.
Yeah. Yeah, and Vince was so right that Galaxy was not going to win in Philadelphia, and now the freaking script is setting up for us to lose in Carson, which kills me. But
I heard they blew a 2-0 lead in Philly. Is that true?
Yes, they were up 2-0 and they lost 3-2.
What a shame.
Well, Nick, thank you so much for calling. Please call back again.
Have a good one, guys.
Take care.
All right, we had a couple more super chats, and then we'll keep bringing on the callers. YouTube user, I can't believe he's back. The first YouTube user is back. Thank you so much, YouTube user.
I love it.
Welcome to the show, YouTube user. Thank you for your super. It means so much to get super chats from celebrities like YouTube user. Martinez Ordaz chemistry was on point tonight. Luke brought this up. It really was like, oh, they've been working well together. Like, make them play together a few times, and they trust each other, right? They both know that the other one can pass. At the beginning of the season, it felt like they were in competition. That does not feel like the case anymore.
No, well, he started playing them together a little bit, and I think that must have been relieving to them that they don't have to necessarily compete. They can play off of each other a little bit more. So, yeah, I liked that. It's a good look.
Thank you so much, YouTube user. It's always a pleasure. Like, honestly, starstruck when you send a super chat. So thank you so much, YouTube user. Mikey from overseas sends a super chat. We are so back. Bring on those guys from Lobby These Nuts and pop a bottle of champagne. Put it on my tab. All right.
Oh my goodness.
I'll go.
Thank you, Mikey.
That $4.99 bottle of champagne, the $2.50 bottle of champagne. And once Lobby.
Well, no, Travis, we split it with YouTube, and then we're going to split that with each other.
Oh, right. So I get about 75 cents of that. So I'll find the 75 cents bottle. I'll Instacart the 75-cent bottle. Thank you so much, Mikey.
Thank you, Mikey.
And we are so back. And finally, Heidi Nichols with the super chat. My cat's poops are bigger than Ricky Poop. Heidi. Darren really loving this comment. I will say, I'll say this about Ricky Pooge. I mean, definitely not in height, but maybe in weight. The poo. I had a cat.
Surprisingly light, Ricky Pooge.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Heidi. We appreciate it. And thank you everyone for all the super chats, always and forever. All right, let's bring on another caller. We got more people. Justin W., you're hanging out muted. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, first time caller, long time listener. How you guys doing today?
Thank you so much for calling in. Yeah, glad you worked up the courage.
Any happy feet or sad feet?
Happy foot. I called you guys. I think the last time I talked to you guys was the last Seattle game.
I think
the last first time. It was against the Seattle team. It was the reverse fixture, whatever we call it in soccer terms. And I talked a lot about the depth and lack thereof during that game. And like you said earlier, you guys alluded to in the Discord chat, we talked about how the team today just looks and feels entirely different, even though we played, majority of the same people. But I think it's just the positions in which we played them are just drastically different and fits the team a lot more. Smolyakov having an actual left-footed left back kind of unlocks that left wing in a way that I haven't seen us do in a long time, since Palencia, I feel like. And then Bouanga is just able to do whatever he wants, because now you have Smolyakov who could make that pass without having to switch the ball onto his right foot. It's just a lot quicker. Having Marlon and Segura playing, and just having two kind of ball-playing center backs allows Igor to just be a defender, if that makes any sense. Just have him be a destroyer, and who can occasionally make the pass like he did today, which was fantastic. And of course, just Palencia is just the best right back we have in the league. There's just no one as good as him in MLS. I feel like I'll argue until I turn blue.
I'm right there with you, really.
I think he's fucking incredible.
I completely agree.
Yeah,
it's crazy how little he has brought up across anyone calling matches, anyone in MLS 360 or post games or any media at all. Written media. I'm not seeing his name at all. Like, how many seasons do we have to go through where he is underrated?
And it's really bizarre. It's really bizarre because, like LAFC, it's LA. We do get a lot of media coverage. For the West Coast, we're probably number one, if it's not the Galaxy. But even like Palencia, Chiqui Palacios, when he was here, he was the best left back in the league. He never got the praises for it.
No.
We have players individually who just do very, very well week in, week out, and they never sing their praises. And we never, we've had multiple defenders, for example, that didn't get defender of the year. Like when we had Zimmerman here, he had to go to the East for him to win the award.
I wonder if it's because the journalists don't watch the game on the West Coast.
And trust me, someone who loves college sports, the East Coast bias is fucking insane. But it is what it is. But again, I just think having these players and having Frankie Amaya just adds to that depth and allows these players to kind of play more freely. He really reminded me of Lee Nguyen. Shout out to that, that blast from the past.
Yeah.
Just him being more fluid on the ball, allowing, just quicker to move. I know Delgado and Tillman, love them or hate them, depending on who you ask, but they're just a little bit slower. Frankie Amaya was able to get the ball, collect it, and pass in a fluid motion, and actually make the passes that we need, pass it to the leading foot. And again, it just allows quicker transitions. It doesn't slow anything down. I thought he was fantastic today. Again, I agree with you. I think he's starting now. I think he's a starter. Whether it's for Delgado or Tillman, it doesn't matter. I think he's just better than both of them.
I think it helps that the other team often thinks he's the ball.
Yeah, but he's not small. He doesn't play small. I saw him body up multiple defenders. You couldn't move him off the ball. Which I wish we could. Yeah, and I wish we could say that with like some of our other players who just gonna get bowled over. But Amaya shows that heart that we all crave, according to the fans. Players that show that passion. So I'm really happy with that. And again, it allows our midfield to be a little bit more rotated. Odin Holm didn't play today, but he's cleared, so he can play. That's more depth. We don't have to rely on him anymore. And I think just having Under, an adult, starting should be the way we move forward. I've mentioned it multiple times.
It felt like there was an adult out there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like he makes the smart plays. Again, I don't want to sound like an Elia Sanchez commercial, but he just makes the smart decisions. He's not going to try to go one-on-one. I'm going to attack when I can. And I'm gonna pull it back when I don't have any options to go forward. And again, like you said, having Martinez and Ordaz go in is just at the 70th minute it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone could really run with those guys.
Justin, I have to say goodbye to you after a very smart conversation because we have someone calling in that is on a deadline to get back to their live stream. So Justin, please, thank you so much for coming on your first call. This is so intelligent.
Hope to see you again soon.
I'll see you guys later.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Justin. So
right when he found his light too.
Yeah. Look, we asked him to be here. He showed up and then we made him wait for a long time while he's actively doing a different live stream. Please welcome to the show from Lobbing Scorchers, Noah. Noah, welcome to the show. How you feeling about the game?
That last dude knows nothing, man. That dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just here to be a home wrecker on this show. So when does this match kick off again? I
you didn't see it.
Yeah, it happened,
I wasn't
man.
so sure that I thought it got rescheduled, because of woke.
Because of woke.
We had a 2-game tie between the teams and we won on aggregate 6-5. And I just want to point that out to you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But we have one more game to play.
Oh, right. What I didn't see.
It's really the only game that matters. It's called the playoffs when we come to LA and beat you again in your own home because it's the only game that matters.
Certainly possible. What
we'll see
prop
what happens.
Are you using?
Yeah.
For everyone who's listening to this tomorrow, he's putting on a prop. Of the goalkeeper.
Doing a wardrobe change.
He's putting the goalkeeper's jersey on.
Thomas,
who we all know did a fantastic job tonight. The Seattle goalkeeper Thomas. Which is a first
Andy
name,
T.
not a last name.
You can call him Andy T. You can call him Andy T. Because we're on a first name basis with him. Listen, this is why I hate stats, right? Like you look at his foot mob rating, and he got like a 2.1 or something.
Is that true?
I don't know. I think it's like a 3 or something. One of the worst ratings I've ever seen on the app. I think they actually had to create a whole new category for how bad he played. But like, I'm sorry, LAFC fans should be celebrating his performance. I mean, I thought it was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
And I think his mustache
absolutely
works.
celebrate it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad mustache.
I was telling you guys in the group chat here that he's like the best player ever, right? Like he's a total crash out. Like he loves to just do crazy shit. He's like he has the craziest accent too. He's Russian but lived in the UK. Oh.
No, go on. You were saying something interesting.
Oh no. No, it's cool.
I don't
No, I want to hear.
Yeah,
about this guy.
I'm soaking in this moment. I'm soaking in this moment.
I just wanted you to come on to see what you thought of the game. I didn't have anything else prepared. I remember a few games ago, maybe it was last year, you were popping champagne when you beat us. And let's see how this tastes.
Cheers, Travis.
Cheers, Darren. Hey, Noah, cheers. And to Ari as well.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Noah. Yeah, sorry Ari couldn't be with us tonight.
Do you have champagne on your end?
Let me see what I can find here.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
That would be good. We would love to share some with you.
Delightful. I bet
This is
it
a
was
good
Washington's finest. And thank you, Mikey, for the super chat.
Thank
That's
you,
why we were
Mikey.
able to Instacart these.
Oh yeah, there you go.
A bottle, Kirkland's best vodka.
Oh no.
No.
Oh wait, I get it now. No, you're doing this is what Thomas does.
He's Russian.
Oh, yeah, Darren. Hey. Jesus Christ. You just try. Please be careful that Kirkland's, there's a lot of microplastics in the Kirkland's best.
Whoa, hey, don't disrespect.
Don't drink that much
Seattle
alcohol.
company
There's
now.
lots of microplastics in there.
Yeah, the vodka is fine for you, but the microplastics you got to worry about.
Can you tell us about Thomas's strategy to just not really exist at all? What was that?
So yeah, I think coming into this match, his idea was to just he doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to be the starter. Like he was kind of just too afraid that he was gonna like expose his like high quality level. So much so that he had to he had to play a stinker basically because like he's just too good.
Well, maybe it's a long
situation.
strategy. Yeah, you have the game against Portland this weekend. Maybe it's like a lull them to sleep, make them think I don't know what I'm doing, and they'll give me some easy shots.
Oh no, we'll lose that game too. Don't worry.
Oh,
don't you worry. It'll be great.
Okay,
wow, you're off a cliff. You guys are pretty good.
I think if we're gonna be serious for 2 seconds here, which this is all the seriousness I'll give you guys, don't you worry. But I mean, I really don't think that match was as bad as the scoreline says. Like, I think obviously the Sounders were playing terribly in that, but they were pretty heavily rotated. João Paulo looks like he doesn't have legs. Like he was just getting diced up in the midfield by you guys. And you bullied a like 14-year-old kid, Stu Hawkins, who like, come on, that's like you guys. Who was the guy who scored? I can't even remember. Yaya Boa.
Yeah. He
okay,
deserved
I thought we had some mutual respect here, but apparently not.
We did. Darren did say that it felt offensive that Yaya Boa scored. Yaya Boa should not have scored.
It was offensive as hell. But I mean, listen, we got each other back.
Choice.
We got each other back because listen, you came up to Seattle and you were like, these guys, whatever, we're gonna roll out our U22s, and we came down there and rolled out our U22s. So I guess we're even.
We were pretty rotated tonight too, but that's cool.
Well, I mean, but like, like a little bit less. A little bit less.
Luke,
Denny Belong
with Giroud the way he is, we're permanently rotated. So
he almost scored too.
He did.
Would have been beautiful,
dude. All the time.
If people were saying he got booed in the stadium when they brought him on.
Oh my god!
Honestly, we'll take it. I'm not even joking. Straight up, we'll just take him off your hands.
Yeah, honestly, give us.
That's the problem. I know for a fact the next team he goes to, he will play really well.
Well, like our system would fit him so much better than the LAFC, LAFC style. So
we were talking about this in the group chat. Between Thomas and we keep learning about some of these some players that maybe are lesser known on your team every time that we go on each other's shows,
right?
And the ratio of how fun and exciting and interesting this team is off the field to how boring it is on the field is absolutely insane.
Well, for the longest time, it wasn't like that. Like, the Sounders have been the nice guys. They've just been like the nice guys of the league, right? So you would get this, I mean, like Christian Roldan and Jordan Morris. I love those two fellas, but they're like, they go to church and shit. You know what I mean? It's like,
they'll join your poker game.
Right. Like they're like NPC characters. Like, you know what I mean? No disrespect. It's just what it is. But it's like, then we've started to gain some pieces, right?
Paul Rothrock, that's a man with character.
Okay. I saw some LAFC fans upset about him.
Oh yeah,
first of all,
annoying.
he's hotter than you.
No, he's
so
not.
Like you can't say
he acts hotter than me, but he's not hotter than me specifically.
His ass doesn't have to go to Turkey, buddy.
Yet. Wait till you see him at 38. You'll be like, wow, he's got nothing going on.
That's fine. Listen, Paul, if you're watching this, I'll wait for you. I'll wait till you're 38. I don't care if you have to get hair plugs.
I will say great lips
to me.
Great lips, deeply annoying face. But I loved how much Sergi Palencia got under his skin. Yeah, exactly. He's mewing while he plays. Yeah.
He's got a Rob Thomas haircut.
He's great. I thought that he's fun. He's just shit houses. I think he's great. He's a perfect MLS player. And
that's what I'm saying. The whole team. I love the team as characters.
Yeah. Like Rothrock's great. Nuhu, everyone hates him, but like
he's the worst.
I mean, he's just like a dude. Like he's just a dude. You know what I mean? Who else did we have today? De Rosario. Oh yeah, we had the two Nepo babies. You guys didn't even talk about the Nepo babies. We had Jesus Ferreira, whose dad was a former MLS MVP, and
we have a Nepo baby Falconer, so that's what we usually talk about.
That's
The
true.
falconer stepped down and his son became the falconer, and things haven't been going well for the
Did
Nepals.
Damn, my
I
guy's
see
rock
that the
solid.
Falcon flew into a wall?
No, the falcon did not fly into a wall to wall.
No.
The falcon flew into the luxury box where all the free food and beer is, and they had to trap him inside the luxury box.
Oh, also tell everybody about Ryan Kent.
Oh yeah, did you guys like the Ryan Kent experience?
No.
Not really.
You didn't like it?
Like I said, I love it off the field.
Okay, listen.
We
extra
decided
small shirt.
in our group chat that he is based on Roy Kent, the
Yeah,
existing
so
IP.
MLS is rebooting. You know how they like put MLS games in FIFA now? Like you can watch MLS games in FIFA
that
for whatever
true?
reason. Yes, it's a thing. You don't get the PR emails? God damn. But
I
Wait,
haven't opened an email.
you're not on the
from
Don
Major
Garber
League
payroll?
Soccer.
I thought
It's EA Sports being like, maybe this is a story.
I don't know. But what was I even saying? I don't even fucking know. dude.
You were
Vodka's,
telling me about what he's up to off the field.
Oh yeah, Ryan Kent. He owns alligators.
Huh. Okay.
He owns pet alligators.
Where does he live?
Well, he's English. He comes from the Liverpool Academy,
Okay.
and then he was playing in Turkey, where him and the coaching staff
Turkey.
did not see eye to eye. So, I mean, it's
Right.
just disappointing that the one Turkish guy scored and like our Turkish guy didn't score. You know,
Mhm.
and he's buff. Exactly, he's huge, dude. He's
He
Don't
is
test him.
pretty. Yeah.
do not test
His whole body
test.
is rock hard.
Well, and he wears the 2X.
There was some controversy. There was some drama. It's with his former team.
Yeah, allegedly,
Okay.
potentially, yeah, but I don't know if I'm at liberty to disclose that specific note.
No
but
breaking
you know,
news.
so you can say,
Noah, do you have to get back to your own live stream?
"Fuck it, Ari's got it."
Should I go to your live stream right now while you're on this one?
Yeah, I can host. If you want to
Let's do
swap,
it.
we'll swap, and then we can run it. Cause like I can be an LAFC fan, honestly. Fuck it. Nathan Ordaz, am I right, guys? No shoe on. That goal should have counted. Remember, guys, this is happy foot, sad foot. Fun goals count.
You almost got it. You piece
Really
of fucking
excited
shit.
to really excited to premiere Happy Foot Sad Foot for kids.
There are people that actively think that's what we sound like, so that's not untrue.
Yeah.
Uh,
Walkable Cities.
Yeah,
Well,
there we
you
go.
listen to
The
our
Knicks.
show a lot.
The Knicks.
We talk about the Knicks a lot, but not
Too much.
tonight.
Listen to
We
the show. I
don't.
listen
much.
to every show. You don't listen to any of our shows.
No,
You
that's
listen to
true. I
some.
don't.
I listen to
I actively don't
you.
listen to any MLS content, and then I go, "There's no good MLS content," but I
Mhm.
won't listen to any of it.
Yeah. Well, you know, we also break out our segments into YouTube videos with really good clickbait titles. So you can always, because I know that you're Zoomer brand. So
Oh,
you
wait.
can just click on one of those.
This is a great reminder. We want to do our thumbnail live on the show, so we all
Yeah,
have
the
to make
thumbnail
it-
segment.
So okay, everyone make it. Yes, exactly. All right, ready? I'm gonna make.
Okay, ready?
This is to get our YouTube numbers really high. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, did you get it?
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be great.
And that'll be our thumbnail, and we're gonna get 1,000 fucking views from that.
But
Make
this
that
has
the
to be the
thumbnail,
title.
John YouTube.
This has to be the title. LAFC bends over Seattle Sounders to expose woke. I don't know.
We're
We'll
almost
workshop
there.
it.
Woke, but the Kirkland
The
vodka
SEO is
hit
there.
halfway through.
Yeah.
What tier of the Patreon am I?
When the
I'm-
vodka hits.
Yeah.
Look,
Everyone's like, get me off, but
no, people don't want to
know.
get you off, but it's people don't want to be mean to you because you had a bad night. Thank you so
No,
much,
people can
Noah,
be
for
mean.
calling. We love you, and we'll see you next
call into
time
our
we
show.
meet you.
Fraud.
I will. I'll even call in. All right, thanks so much, Noah.
All right.
We made him leave his show so we could drink champagne in front of him. Thanks for being a good sport, Noah. We brought all the props to the room. We had to do it.
Yeah. Always a good sport.
Two Nips isn't here. Everyone keeps asking Two Nips to come on. Two Nips has not called in.
Every time we do a post-game show, people are asking for people as if we have control over who calls in. But
And
I
will
also
say,
just appreciate the enthusiasm, so I can't complain.
the positivity towards Two Nips now runs counter to all of the negativity towards Two Nips that I remember from the past.
Yeah,
People
wait till
were
he comes
very
on.
angry. Yeah, when
People
a
did not
shirtless
like that.
man when a shirtless man showing his nipples, people aren't as into that live as you are in theory.
It's not comfortable.
He's not here, man. Look, we have one more caller. Joey's here, but he says only bring on if Two Nips is here, so we're not going to bring on Joey. LAX Andy, welcome to the show. How you doing? Any happy feet or sad feet?
Gentlemen, so great to see y'all tonight. It's been a minute. First off, fuck Derek White, fuck Jaylen Brown, fuck the Boston Celtics.
Thank you so much for joining us, Andy.
Andy,
oh, wow.
no, welcome
really great
back,
to see Andy.
and I just noticed now they're all colors: brown, white, Draymond Green. Also hate Draymond Green. Maybe there's a theme here.
Yeah, sure. Let's go to Draymond Green. Let's get off the Celtics.
I have no idea if I've been kicked off. This has happened to me many times before.
What has?
You have not been kicked off. You're on.
You're on the show. I kicked you off, and Travis brought you back on. It was a really funny bit about how I'm a Celtics fan and Travis is a Knicks fan.
Any happy feet or sad feet, Andy?
Another. I don't know anything about comedy. I never made it to a Herald team. Look, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to everybody who 2-3 days ago was blaming Dolo for blowing a two-goal lead in Vancouver, who are now taking credit for the fact that he's technically no longer the coach as being the reason that we are now doing well.
Yeah, that's a complicated one, isn't it?
It's like when the economy's doing well, it's Trump's economy, but when it's
right,
a recession,
exactly.
it's Biden's
That's exactly
economy.
what it is. They've got the goalposts on a wagon.
Did you guys? I don't know how much they showed on the broadcast with Ordaz not having a shoe. That was a pretty crazy buildup. This was a very weird game. The vibes were off from the beginning, and even when we scored the first goal, it felt like a dead stadium. But we quickly turned it around. It was very classic weird LAFC game.
That seems to happen every midweek game, I think, at BMO.
But I mean, it was a fun time. It was a fun time. What else I want to say? I want to give a shout out to all the people that are complaining, or no, that were complaining are now celebrating. I'm very excited for the off season. When we hire somebody who's never heard, that nobody's ever heard of, except for like Vince. Vince is going to be like, ooh, he's actually a pretty good hire. And then all these fucks that have been crying and saying, this isn't what we wanted. This is exactly what you wanted. So I look forward to that.
We bullied a man out of the country. He's leaving the country because you're so mean to him.
Yeah. Like I said, it's blood on your hands.
Harassing the man's family in their comments.
Truly.
It's fine. It's over. He's gone. We don't need to talk about it anymore. But again, a reversible Dolo out, Dolo in bucket hat available right now at happyfootsatfootpod.com.
That's a great point, Travis.
Patrons get 15% off all merch.
I just hope the scarf hasn't sold out in the time I've been waiting to get on live here.
35. There's 35 only.
What else?
And they're pretty. They're very pretty this year. I think they might be our prettiest show.
I really like how they turned out this year. I'm going to make a patchwork of all the scarves so far. I'm going to sew them all together into one big one.
Happy Footsat. Welcome to Happy Footsat, the only podcast that doesn't have a scarf wall. Every other soccer podcast has a bunch of scarves behind you.
We do have scarves for our show, but we have no scarves in the background.
Literally, Tom Bogert has one. Like they have it at CBS Golazo. They have it on we're the only ones. I have a deer for some reason. Andy, I'm going to LAX tomorrow. Are you free?
I'm actually going to be at LAX Sunday night. I'm giving a ride to three. I'm not even shitting you. I'm giving a ride to three different people, and then picking up somebody from LAX on Sunday.
No
night.
way.
It's going to be a busy night.
Wow,
that's a good friend.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that in LA. Anyone who might be watching or listening not from LA cannot appreciate how insane this is.
Andy, any other happy feet or sad feet before we let you go?
Nah, Nixon 5, shout out Downey.
Nixon 5. All right. Thanks so much, Andy. We got a couple more super chats. First one from Efrain Benitez. Thank you so much. So we're
Thank
losing the
you.
game on Sunday, right? Darren, how you feeling about Sunday with our newly very confident squad?
I'm feeling pretty good.
I think I'll say this.
Clip it. I'm feeling pretty good.
I guarantee. I will say, like, we look confident and ready. They look unable to finish a game without completely fucking up. This is the most El Trafico setup that there is. We are going to go up by a bunch of goals pretty early on, and then they're going to come back and tie it, and then we're going to fucking panic, and their fans are going to get excited. It is like, that's, I would bet my life that we will go up by multiple goals, and then they at least tie it, and it gets real shaky. Like, that is just what's going to happen.
Here's the thing. I really, the trajectory that we've been on, I said this on a show last week or the week before or something. I don't know. I don't understand time. We have turned a corner. Like, we've watched the corner turn happen. This has happened gradually. To anyone who was like, where did all this come from? It came from the improvements we've been making steadily the last 6 weeks. I obviously care a lot about El Trafico and I want them to win, but I don't think a loss in El Trafico will have the kind of effect that it might have had in previous iterations of it, where like it'll be hard to recover from it. I think it feels easier this time than it has felt in previous iterations of it to write it off as a blip because it's El Trafico and it doesn't have to affect our momentum. That said, I think we should win.
So sorry to interrupt, but we have breaking news. A brand new caller has just entered. Everyone, welcome to the show. Two Nips Dan, welcome to the show.
Two Nips Dan, it's great to see you. It's been too long.
God.
The first Nips of the season.
Asked, the Nips have returned. Happy Nips.
He's gone.
He's gone. He gave us what we wanted and he left.
The Nips have self-destructed.
The Nips have arrived. They happen when we
just
get
like
4
that,
goals.
they're gone.
Wow,
that's what happens. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know why they came. I don't know what.
I missed them. I don't think we can top that. I think we'll get this last super chat from Adam, and then we'll call it a night. Adam, thank you so much for the super chat. Most fun I've had at a game in a long time. Bring on Galaxy in America. Going to be an exciting and stressful couple of weeks. I agree, but it's good to be LAFC. I'd rather be us than I don't know. The Colorado Rapids. We're in a good spot this week. If we could pull out a win on Sunday, easily our biggest week of the season. Everyone be safe as you travel to Carson. Don't be stupid. Please don't be stupid. I know most of the stupid people don't listen to our show, but like, just take care of yourself.
Yeah, we have a reputation to uphold. Okay.
Yeah, we're the annoying ones. Everybody. Our two Nips Dan, our Dan's two Nips bigger than Ricky Pooch. I would say that's the most fun I've had watching a game as well. Yeah. So thank you so much, Adam. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in this late on a Wednesday night. We'll be back Sunday with a post game after El Trafico. Don't forget, brand new merch, limited edition, 35 pieces only scarf in the store. Over at happyfootsadfootpod.com. That scarf only available to Patreon members. You go to patreon.com/happyfootsadfoot, who also get 15% off all merch. And there is merch in the merch store that Darren and Vince do not want you to buy. They have asked that you do not buy it. Was my video as bad tonight? Was my video bad tonight? Everyone let me know. I've been trying everything I can to try to figure it out.
It wasn't the best.
Fuck. Oh. What am I doing wrong? I haven't changed anything. I cleared my cache. I'm wired in. I restarted every piece of technology in my house. Nothing has changed.
I don't know. Next time I see you in person, we'll see if you're pixelated. That could be it.
I love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.